I'd like to offer, though, just a minute of explanation for why we're bringing in this series of NVM discussions, because it is somewhat of a surprise to this organization to be spending time on this topic. And I have myself to blame for this. I kind of have two day jobs. OpenFabrics is one, and supporting non-volatile memory programs, solid-state storage in general with SNIA is the other one. And I've been noticing increasingly references from one area to the other, and it seemed to me to have a more explicit and better research relationship between them simply made sense. As you'll be hearing later on, release one of what's called the NVM programming model has been accomplished within SNIA. That happened in January. It was done by the NVM Programming Technical Working Group, or TWIG, and Doug Voigt is the co-chair of that organization. Because the release one is out, they're now investigating, I think it's still 3 areas of follow-on activity, and one of them is RDMA, and in fact that's the one that Doug is leading. You don't have to be a genius to figure out if the NVM group is exploring RDMA, maybe there's a connection that's worth understanding and researching a bit better. So that's the history. I hope after these 3 sessions are finished it makes some sense to you. Otherwise, some constructive feedback as to why this was a dumb idea would be a really good idea for me to receive. So again, on the first of the 2 sessions Doug is giving, this was taken from, more or less directly, from something called the NVM Summit that took place as part of the Winter Symposium in January in conjunction with SNIA. There's all of the presentations are captured along with audio. You can easily find them on Google, or I could point you to them. I think there are some really awesome presentations there for you to look at, including, importantly, audio. In that day-long summit, we asked Doug to tee up these changes in technology that we were characterizing as disruptive. And as Paul said earlier, disruptive is not a dirty word. It means change, it means a lot of things. It just means something is happening we have to have some way of dealing with. The second of the 2 was delivered by a guy named Andy Rudolph from Intel, and it was meant to show how the newly available NVM programming model was a piece of how you deal with this disruption in a way that helped contain it, shape it, make the most of it. And what we're asking Doug to do quite simply in this one is to take both sides of those presentations and give you the problem, give you a break with Bernard, and then come up and give you part of the answer in the form of the programming model. So that's the plan.